Hello, and welcome
to Sort of the Story.
I'm Janey.
And I'm Max.
And this is the podcast where we tell each other stories, like fairy tales and folk tales and mythology and a good old joke every once in a while.
A real fucking knee slapper.
A real fucking knee slapper. It's not for kids. And also,
you are here.
You're here too. Do you know any jokes and exactly how many?
Tell us how many jokes you know.
Tell us exactly the number. We don't want to hear the jokes.
No, we want to know how many jokes you know.
Pop off in the Discord with a number.
I'm going to say on the outside, I probably know maybe 40 jokes.
I have, when I'm panicking thinking about this because now I can't remember a single joke. But all the ones that are coming to mind are the fucked up ones that I learned when I was 13 that all have to do with sexual assault.
Oh, no.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember a single other joke. All of the punchlines of the jokes I learned when I was growing up are like, and then the woman was horrifically sexually assaulted.
Jesus Christ.
Isn't that funny? And on the bus, we were like, haha, I guess. I mean, I'll tell it to other people, but I don't get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to this podcast.
I know probably 5 dumb blonde jokes.
Yeah. Oh,
those were really big when I was a kid.
The blonde brunette, and
yeah, the blonde brunette and redhead jokes. Yeah.
My favorite one is them on the run because they all committed a crime together. Have you heard this?
I have, and then they all hide in a barn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the redhead gets poked in like a stack of hay and she's like meow meow and like it's just a cat. And the brunette is like in a pile of like straw, I guess. And she's like,
it's different.
Cluck cluck cluck, and they're like, oh, it's just a chicken. And then they poke, the blonde is hiding in a sack of potatoes and they poke it and she says potato potato. And I still think that's funny.
That's really good. That's really good.
Didn't have to tell our dumb blonde jokes, but here we are.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want this, actually. So
welcome. Also, you are here whether you want to be or not.
Yeah, we're forcing you to listen.
If you turn the podcast off, we'll know.
Yeah, we get a direct ping on our cell phones with your location.
I wear an electric shock collar, and anytime someone pauses the podcast for more than an hour, I get electrocuted. I am highly motivated to make good jokes.
We're going to have to talk about the shock collar. No.
Brunette and a redhead.
Tell me your favorite blonde, brunette, and redhead joke. Was it the potato potato one?
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
Okay. No, I already spoiled the punchline.
What?
By knowing that it's a blonde, brunette, and redhead joke, you already spoiled. The joke is that, like, there's this guy at a bar, mm-hmm. and he sees this beautiful woman, and she's a brunette, and he goes up to her, and he's like, wow, you're so beautiful, and she, like, flips her hair over her shoulder, and she's like, thank you, and he's like, can I buy you a drink? And she's like, no, you're too ugly. And he's like, okay. And then he sees a really beautiful redheaded woman, and he, like, goes up to her, and he's like, wow, you're really beautiful, and she, like, flips her hair over her shoulder, and she's like, yes, thank you, I am. And he's like, can I buy you a drink? And she's like, no, you're too ugly.
This guy should leave this bar. It's full of real bitches.
And then he goes up to this woman, and he's like, wow, you're beautiful, and your hair's a really interesting color. And there's a woman there, and she has, like, green hair.
Oh.
And this joke also doesn't make sense in audio context. Oh, no. Oh, really whiffed it. Just
wait, keep going.
Beefed it 24/7. He's like, wow, you're really beautiful, and your hair's such an interesting color. And the blonde woman goes, thank you.
Oh. Gross.
And it's boogers in her hair, and her hair is green because of boogers.
That is such a little kid joke. That is the littlest kidest joke I've ever heard. It's pretty good.
Boogers. I love it when the punchline's boogers.
I really like it when the punchline is boogers.
We can cut that whole thing. I don't think it's going to be funny to anyone.
Guys, let us know. Did I cut that?
All right.
If you want to let us know if I cut that or not, you have to join the Discord.
Or send us an email, sortofthestory@gmail.com, or join the Discord. It's $3 on the Patreon. Or for $7, you get a bonus episode. The link's in the description. If you want to learn more, click on the link. You know how the internet works. Get on out of here. Go on, get.
Guys, did that work? Did that make you want to sign up?
Go on, get.
Get out of here and go give us money. from now until the end of 2023, if you join the Discord, you have to give us your best blonde, brunette, and redhead joke. The 3 types of women.
There's 3 types of women.
Yeah. I'm a brunette. And you're a redhead.
I'm a brunette.
No, shh. Max, they don't know that, so it's fine.
I feel like they know that.
Yeah, I mean, you have real brunette energy.
Thanks.
Okay. Well,
I'm a real blossom, though, I think.
Happy 113.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun little episode.
Yeah, well, we haven't done it yet, so who's to say?
Me.
But you know what? There's only one way to find out, and that's by finding out. So let's fucking do it.
Let's fucking do it. All right, guys, I'm going to tell a little story, and you can stay here or not. But no, if you leave, Max will get a little shock.
Yeah, and then I'll tell a little story. Yeah. Also, I want a bunch of allergy medication.
Oh, yeah. If this is a little odd, a little off, Max is on a bunch of allergy medication, and I'm on my normal bullshit. So,
turns out I'm allergic to dust, and I have a rash. Janey, tell me a story.
Okay. We should take a picture of the rashes on your neck and tell everybody it's from the shot collar. Did I give that away? Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. I'm going to tell you a little ditty. Mm-hmm. Dumb ditty do. Okay, Max.
Okay, Janey.
Max. Okay. Today I am giving you a story from The Crimson Fairy Book by Andrew Lang. I saw a word in my story and I almost said that word instead of the word Lang. That's what that pause was.
I thought you were going to say Adam Scott.
By Adam Scott. You know, I almost didn't say Andrew. I almost said Adam. That's so weird.
I can read your mind. I have electricity powers.
You should talk to Changa. You'll make it in her next book of superhuman powers. Okay, so the story is from The Crimson Fairy Book by Andrew Lang. The story is called Tritill, Litill, and the Birds. Yeah, and I'm just going to jump in.
Did you know that the dot over the lowercase letter I in the English alphabet is called a tittle?
Tritill, Litill, Tittle, and the Birds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that. What a fun fact.
That is a fun fact.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Once upon a time, there was a princess who was so lovely and so sweet that everybody in the whole kingdom loved her, especially her father. He could barely stand for her to be out of his sight. He took her with him everywhere, and he bragged about her constantly, and he was just like, this is the best thing in my whole life. She's my favorite. She's my favorite thing. Look at her. Isn't she good? She's good. Say she's good. And they're like, we already think she's good. You can stop trying so hard.
You're actually being weird about it.
Yeah, you're making us
this kind of
hate her. So you can imagine his anguish when one day she vanished without a trace. Is it the dust?
I just got a stabbing sensation in my sinuses. Blah.
Max is making some faces. They're so attractive.
It's like I got a toothpick stuck in my nose.
Ew.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Ouch.
That's why I'm making faces.
Is it a dried booger poking you?
Nope. No, punchline in this occasion is not boogers.
Well then it's not funny. Okay. There was no sign of a struggle. There were no witnesses and no clues as to what happened to her. She just vanished one day. Did you forget already that I said she vanished? Max gave me this look like, what? Like we just
I forgot what was going on.
Into a true crime pack. Okay, I'm going to start over. So you can imagine his anguish when one day she vanished without a trace. There was no sign of a struggle. There were no witnesses or clues as to what happened to her. She was simply gone.
She probably ran away because her dad was being weird.
My dad is weird. That's what she said as she hitchhiked her way out of the kingdom. After he collected himself from like sobbing and crying, he put out a proclamation to the kingdom. Whoever could find her and bring her back could marry her. Just once, I desperately, desperately want a story that starts out this way, that has a woman being like, okay, and going to get her. Maybe like, you know, it would be good. She's not going out there to like marry the princess. She's like, I don't care about that. I'm going there for the reward. I want the money. And then they fall in love on the way. But it's like an enemies to lover thing. And the princess did run away, so she has to convince her to go back home as well.
Oh, and then just when she's about to hand her off, she like has a moral crisis and is like, no, I can't send her back to her dad. Because her dad rescues her.
Yeah.
And then they get married.
And then they get married. Her dad has like her dad sees that it's a woman that rescued her and is like, fine. And then like has like a suitor all like lined up. And then there's a moment where she's like, oh no, I don't want her to marry some dude.
Guys,
That's
a great story, Janey. So what I have for you today.
The end. Just saying what I want. Just a little interlude. Guys, you're not going to get that right now. I'm just bummed out that that's not what the story is.
Wish it was.
Yeah, wish it was. Still a pretty good one though. Okay. So she's gone. Proclamation. Whoever can find her gets to marry her. Blah, blah, blah. You're all caught up. Mm-hmm. Of course, every prince, knight, and pauper who heard that proclamation went out and tried to find her, but they always came back with their heads hung low, having no luck in finding the lost princess. Meanwhile, not far from the palace, there lived an old man and woman who had 3 sons. The 2 eldest sons were the apples of their eye, and they were given every advantage their parents could afford. And they were absolutely doted on and spoiled and just like loved and they, got everything they wanted, and they were just complete douchebags about it. Mm-hmm. The youngest son, however, was always made to wait for his brother's scraps. His parents straight up hated this little fucker. No idea why. They did not like him, and they made it known every goddamn day. They're like, I hate that kid.
Real youngest child syndrome situation going on.
100%. We hate my brother.
Oh my God.
Not even as a joke.
As an oldest sibling, I do feel like younger siblings sometimes think that they have it so bad. And it's like, you didn't have to teach our parents how to be parents.
That's true. That is true for oldest kids.
So you're fine.
And us middle kids, independent, don't worry about us. There's literally no reason to pay attention to us. And that's true. One day, their eldest son came to them and told them that he was bored with his sad little life, and he wanted to go out and see the world. And his parents were very sad to see him go, but there was no talking him out of it. Plus, they had always given him everything he ever wanted, and this time was no different. So they said, yes, okay, of course, you can have anything. We love you. Mwah. Be safe.
You're our special little boy. We love you so much.
You are our special baby, and you're beautiful.
If anyone doesn't like you, you should punch them.
Punch them right in the face. They collected all he could want for his travels, and they made sure to add a pair of new boots. And then they said farewell, and he went happily on his little way.
You boot scooting?
Yeah, he boot scooted and boogied right out.
I am picturing cowboy boots.
Yeah.
I'm picturing a cartoon peasant wearing bejeweled cowboy boots.
That's exactly what he's wearing. Canon.
And also he has a bejeweled belt. That's like a leather belt with like the fake diamonds on it.
Yeah. Of course.
Over like a linen threadbare jerkin.
Yeah. And a big old cowboy hat.
No cowboy hat.
It's a 10-gallon cowboy hat.
He just has hay in his hair and a bowl cut.
Howdy, my lord. Okay. He walked for miles through the woods in those little cowboy boots until he came to a bare hillside. He decided to sit down for a rest, and he pulled out some of the food his parents had packed for him, and he started to, make a sandwich or something. Mm-hmm. He had only taken a couple of bites of his dinner when a badly dressed old man walked by.
He was wearing a whole cowboy outfit, except that he was wearing, worn through old clogs.
And the back of his tight Wrangler jeans said, dad ass. I couldn't think of what jeans could say.
Matching booty shorts that say dad ass and dis ass.
I'm with dad ass. I'm with dis ass.
Or I'm with dad ass. Yeah. Dis ass.
I'm dad ass. When he saw the food, he asked the eldest brother if he could maybe have a bite of that sandwich, please. And the brother said, no. I'm eating this sandwich. Get your own. The brother specifically said, if you want food, you have to earn food.
Because he did so much to earn that sandwich.
Right. Also, this is an old man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he's past his days of being able to, work for food,
Also, you are, half a mile from your house. And also, you probably ate with your family for breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, no. This old man needs to pull himself up by his cowboy bootstraps. At that, the old man continued on his journey, and the brother finished the sandwich and continued on his journey as well. After another couple hours of walking, he reached a second hill, and he threw himself down, and he was like, I'm so tired and hungry. I've been doing so much work. And he's been walking in, heeled boots, so...
Yeah, you gotta break those in before you go on a long journey.
And he didn't, so he's like, I need to take a rest.
You gotta wear really thick wool socks, and then you take a hairdryer, and you point them at your feet while you have the wool sock feet in the boot.
And he didn't think to do that, which is weird.
Guys.
So he sat down to have some bread and milk. At this point, I'm wondering, like, milk doesn't travel well. You have to, like, just warm milk.
It's only been a couple of hours.
It's been like half a day. It's been like more
so
than
a
half
couple
a day.
of hours.
That's not great. While he was having this delicious milky bread meal, a second old man wandered by. This one even worse dressed than the first. Oh, okay.
What an uggo.
He fucking sucked. It was not hot.
1 out of 10.
This man is a real fashion don't. This man begged for a few mouthfuls of bread and milk. And the eldest brother said something rude and sent him on his way. Evening was coming, and the young man reached another open space. This time he brought out some more bread for his supper, and he was immediately swarmed by birds. They saw the bread and they were like, yes, please. And they just started like dive bombing his head. And every time he would like swipe at one, they would try to like peck the bread out of his hand from the other side. And he's like, damn it. So he picked up some stones and he threw them at the birds until they got scared and flew away. And he's like, birds. So then he got up and he was like exhausted and it's getting dark. So he needs to find some place to sleep. But where he's at is like too open. He felt a little too vulnerable. He didn't want to just like lay down in the woods, you know? And so he started searching, and eventually he came to a cave under a great rock. It was such a good rock. It was frog rock. It looked empty. So he climbed in, and he lay in a corner, and he fell asleep. And at about midnight, he heard a sound, and he like woke up from this like great sleep to see a terrible ogress entering the cave.
Probably her house.
Yeah, right? Apparently this cave has a big bed in it, so like...
Probably her house.
Yeah. So he stood and he was like, hi, please don't hurt me. And that's all I have, actually. Just please don't. You might want to. Don't do that. So, you want some milk?
Oh, I see how it is.
Yeah. So she was like, all right, I'll tell you what. You can stay here for the night and sleep since you've already made yourself comfortable. But you have to agree to do whatever task I ask of you tomorrow. And he's like, yeah, okay. And then he like laid back down and turned around and like went right to sleep. No worries.
But there's only one bed.
Oh my God. Good for you, Ogress. You get it, girl. So the next day, the Ogress told him that his task was to sweep the dust out of her cave and to have it done by the time she returned that evening. And she's like, if you don't finish it, it's going to be worse for you. That's what it is. It says, quote, it would be the worse for him. The worse. Not the worst. Just the worst. It would be worse than this.
Than what?
Than this, being in my cave and being told to sweep. Then she left to do whatever it is ogresses do. Whatever they get up to, she left to go do that. The young man took up the spade she had given him. So like a spade, like a flat shovel. It's crazy. And then he began to clean the floor. However, the dirt and dust would not move, no matter how hard he tried. And eventually he gave up and just kind of like sat and pouted in the corner of this cave. He's like, stupid. This is bad. I can't do it. Ugh, this is an impossible task. And he began to wonder like how she would punish him for not completing this task. Like probably she would give him like a worse task. He's like, oh, what could be worse than this? Sweeping. With a shovel. Or like he'd have to marry her or something. Or she'd like turn him into a toad. He's like really, really grumpy thinking of all these options. He's like, this fucking sucks.
Like that one Baba Yaga story that I told a couple of episodes ago where Baba Yaga was like, go and take the logs behind the outhouse and light them, and then it's bones, and then the bird is like, you're in the woods, you could just get some regular wood.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're in the woods, just get like a big branch and use that to sweep.
Literally try anything else. He didn't even leave. He didn't even leave the cave. He just sat down and pouted.
Also, leave.
What? Also, just
get out of there.
She's not there.
Get.
Anyway, he doesn't think about any of that. He just sits down and pouts and waits for her to punish him. Maybe he's got a thing. Soon the ogress came home and she looked at the dirty floor of the cave and she's like, well, so like, I guess you didn't do it. And then the story says, quote, then she dealt him a blow on the head which cracked his skull and there was an end of him.
Oh.
Yeah, she fucking killed him.
That is worse.
That's worse than what he was doing before. He dead now.
Worse.
I was like, dude. She just fucking brained him. Meanwhile, the middle brother was growing restless, and he was jealous that his brother was out there having this fun adventure. And so he was like, I want to leave my boring ass home. I hate my parents. So he badgered his parents until they agreed to let him go sow his wild oats as well. They gave him food and new boots and said goodbye, and he began a walking.
Scooting.
Well, his boots were made for walking.
Oh.
They did not give him
Actually,
a
that's
scooter.
smart.
On the road, he also met those two old men, and he was somehow even more rude than his brother had been. For, quote, he had never been taught to help other people and had made it a rule through his life to keep all he had to himself. He's like, the number one rule is don't share. The number 2 rule is learn math.
Sorry, that's my to-do list.
I got distracted halfway through. Made a mistake. I just realized how tired I am in this moment.
It's also really hot in here.
It's hot. I'm tired. 73 degrees. It's not that hot.
It's pretty hot.
Okay. We've had hotter. Okay.
Maybe you have.
I have every night when I go to sleep in my 82-degree bedroom.
Disgusting.
My terrarium.
Yeah.
Eventually, he came to the same cave. And just like his brother had, he told the ogress he'd clean her floor if she let him stay the night. But just like his brother, he was unable to do it, and she bashed his skull in as well. Fucking dead.
What happened to their boots?
I don't know.
Did the boots come back?
They walked away.
Oh. They went together.
Yeah. They fell in love.
Oh, they left together. They're in love.
And they found a shoebox in the middle of the woods, but there was only one bed.
Oh my God.
Okay. The story says at this point, quote, anyone would have thought that when the old people had only one son left, that at least they would have been kind to him, even if they did not love him. But no, they fucking hated that kid. And it was even worse now because they had to spend all day with him, and they're like, oh God, he sucks so much more. He sucks so much more than we even knew. So when one day he was like, hi, I'm kind of worried that we haven't heard from my brothers in a while. Should somebody maybe go find them? Perhaps?
What do you think?
What do you think about just doing a little search and rescue? And his parents were like, oh my God, yeah, fucking get out of here. And they gave him some food and boots, and they were like, don't come back too soon. If the boats are rocking, don't come knocking. They like slammed the door. So he started out on his adventure, which was basically just to follow his brother's paths and try to find clues as to what happened to them. Mm-hmm. He found like a Ziploc little sandwich baggie on the road, and he's like, no, they've been here.
He's following the
the loose rhinestones.
Yes, the loose rhinestones, the Ariat fucking boot prints.
Yeah. Eventually he came to the clearing that they had sat down in, and he's like, well, they probably sat down here to eat. Like, I kind of know how they work, and it's been a while, and they're lazy. So I'll just sit here, have a snack. As he was getting his little sandwich together, the first old man appeared and asked for a little something to eat. And at this, the young man was like, okay, yeah. And so he broke off some of the bread, and he's like, you want to sit down here and eat with me for a bit? I'm just like, I'm only stopping for a minute, but like, sit, please. And while they ate,
pull up a ground.
While they ate, they chatted, and they had a great time. It was as if they had been like old friends. And at last, the old man rose and was like, hey, thanks for being such an extrovert. This was nice. He said, if ever you are in trouble, call me, and I will help you. My name is Tritill.
And here's my number.
4. And then he vanished into thin air. And the young man...
And you have to guess the rest.
What a flirty old man. The young man could not tell where he had gone. He was like, whoa, what a cool trick. Okay, bye. So the young man got up and he began walking again. At the next hill, he saw the second old man. And just like the first, he shared his meal and he chatted with him in such a friendly way that the old man was like really charmed. And he was like, if you ever want help with the smallest thing, call me. My name is Litill. My number is 5. And then he vanished as well.
I like the idea that these old men are just like, hey, if you ever want to like
hang out
or like get a drink or whatever.
That's it. Hey, if you just want to say hi.
This is crazy, but my house is really close by.
I never do this. I don't believe them.
I think they always do.
I think this is what they do.
I think they're swingers.
They tried really hard to pick up the first two brothers. The young man kept walking until he came to the open space in the woods where a bunch of birds began to swarm him as soon as he revealed he was carrying that sweet, sweet bread. To amuse himself as he ate, he kind of like broke off the end of his bread and he crumbled it, and then he threw the crumbs out of, like into the air for the birds to eat, and he kind of like laughed at them like catching it and fighting over it, and he's like, this is entertaining. This is TV for me.
Yeah, classic fries at the boardwalk kind of activity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Boardwalk fries with malt vinegar.
I'm hungry. Max just bit her lip.
Just thinking about them.
The biggest bird with the brightest feathers came up to him and was like, thank you for the bread, mister.
Anyways, here's my number. This is crazy. My house is like right around the corner.
My nest is like right up this tree. He said, if you're ever in trouble and need help, say, my birds, come to me, and we will come. And then,
my birds!
My birds! And then they all flew away. As it was getting to be nighttime, the youngest brother came to the cave that his brother had stopped at, and he's like, I bet they went in here. And so he like kind of entered it cautiously. And on the ground, he saw dead men's clothes and some human bones.
And some boots.
Quote, the sight made him shiver, but he would not move away, and resolved to await the return of the ogress, for such he knew she must be. So, like, I guess there's signs you can watch out for, that there's an ogress there. Big feather bed, dead man's bones, his brother's cowboy boots, very distinguishable rhinestone boots. And he's like, I gotta question this gal.
But the second guy didn't notice anything.
Oh my God. There had to have been, like, blood. She obviously doesn't clean her floor.
Yeah.
There had to have been, like, brain everywhere.
The signs that you're in an ogress's den. Week old takeout containers. A bunch of unopened mail.
Yeah.
Dirty laundry in a bunch of piles, and also some clean laundry mixed in, but you can't tell. It doesn't seem like there's a system. Kind of seems like she forgot which piles were dirty and which were clean, so she's just throwing everything everywhere.
We have a lot of ogresses in our Discord. I have a feeling
we're all an ogress sometimes.
We have a lot of people being like, oh my God, it me.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with being an ogress. You know, ogresses have layers.
Just don't, like, murder humans.
I mean, that's a good policy in general.
Or animals, actually. I'll go ahead and say don't murder.
Also, if you murder someone, don't leave their rhinestone cowboy boots sitting out. Someone could find those.
Yeah, that's just a good tip for murdering. Yeah. Donate those to a fucking thrift store. Soon she came striding into her cave. I wonder how many times this happens to her. How many times she walks in. It's like, now this has happened 3 times in a row. She's probably like, I need to get a lock.
She keeps finding men in her house.
On my door.
Yeah.
This cave is hidden. And he's like, hi, can I stay here tonight? And she's like, is this a fucking inn? Did I see a vacancy sign out? No. But she was like, yeah, okay.
No, but like, yeah.
No, but obviously, yes. Okay, I'm an ogress in a fairy tale. She said on condition that he do some work for her in the morning. And he's like, yes, okay. So the next morning, she was like, you have to clean the floor. And then she left. So he tried to clean the floor with a spade, as his brothers had done. But just like his brothers, it didn't fucking work. And he like tried so hard and for so long that the spade actually got stuck in the ground and he couldn't pull it out. And he's like, fuck, I'm fucking fucked. Oh no.
True.
Eventually, he remembered the old beggar's words and he called out, Tritill, come help me, please. What if you were here? This is stupid.
You are.
And Tritill was suddenly standing beside him. And the youth told him everything that had happened. And the old man was like, okay, I get it. And then he turned around and he said, spade and shovel, do your duty. And they go like, sorry. And they got up and then started fucking worrying about the apartment.
Also, duty.
And then they had a good long laugh. And they kind of danced around the cave until there was not a speck of dust on the floor. And when it was clean, Tritill left. The ogress came home and saw that the cave was clean. And she was like, you didn't do that alone. But like, the floor is clean. So like, who am I to complain? Okay, you can keep your head tonight.
Also, she didn't say, and you have to do it on your own.
Exactly. And you'd think if she didn't want that, she would say it at any point. But
at any point.
Yeah. She says, however, as the floor is clean, I will leave your head on. And he's like, oh, good to know what happened to my brothers.
Yeah.
Great. He doesn't actually ever mention his brothers again.
I mean,
he forgot.
It's becoming clear that there's more than one task, it sounds like.
Yeah, they're about to be a second task.
Usually in these stories, it's like the first brother fails at the first task.
Yes.
And then the second one succeeds at the first and fails at the second. And then the third one comes along and succeeds at all 3.
Yeah. No.
But no, they're just so dumb and so bad at things. They couldn't even do one thing.
This story also doesn't describe the second brother doing anything. It's just like the second brother saw the men, he was rude, and then he saw the ogress and she fucking murdered him. Like, it has no
Bad vibes.
details. I'm like, to the point where it's like, you don't need a second brother, because the story did not want to talk about him. Anyway.
No, classic middle child.
Oh my God. Guys, I'm a middle child, and this is me. When I'm rude to an old man, all anyone can talk about is how my sister did it first. So the next morning, the ogress told the young man to take all the feathers out of her pillows and spread them out under the sun to dry. Which, gross. Why are they wet?
She's a sweaty sleeper.
She's a sweaty girl. But if one single feather was missing, she'd know, and she'd fucking murder him. So, like, don't lose any feathers. So he fetched the feathers as soon as she was gone, and he shook them all out, and he was amazed and alarmed to see that there was, like, a lot of feathers in there. But he counted his blessings that the sun was bright and there was no breeze that day. However, as soon as he was done, like, laying all the feathers out, a breeze suddenly lifted the feathers up into the air and just started, like, scattering them around the woods. And he's like, oh, fuck, no! And so at first he was, like, running around trying to catch all of these feathers, and he's like, what am I doing? This isn't gonna work. And so he called out, Tritill, Litill, and my birds, come over here and help me, please. And they all appeared.
I was really worried he was only going to call Litill. And I was like, the birds are clearly better suited for this.
Yeah, right? Okay, that's what I'm thinking. The story does not follow proper story cadence.
No.
So the birds caught all the feathers, and Tritill and Litill and the boy put them back in the pillows. And then the men kept one teeny little feather out. And they were like, hey, if the ogress is like, where's that feather? You should shove it up her nose. That'll teach her. And then they, like, all laughed and they vanished. When the ogress came home, she flung herself down on her bed with all her weight, and the whole cave shook from the impact, which I think is a rude detail.
Yeah, we didn't have to say that.
Nope. She was surprised to find that the pillows were full and not empty. She was like a little annoyed. But it did not content her. She got up and she shook them all out, and she began counting the feathers one by one. And she was like, if one is missing, I'll have your head. And she, like, started, like, counting them and grumbling. And the young man drew the little feather from his pocket and said, if you want your feather, here it is. And he thrust it up her nose. And she calmly responded, okay, well, you didn't sort these feathers alone. However, this time I will let that pass. And they went to bed.
And also,
yeah, she doesn't mention that he shoved a feather up her nose. I thought for sure that would, like, defeat her.
Her one weakness.
Or, like,
the exhaust port in her Death Star.
You, like, put like a feather up her nose, and then, like, that's the thing that breaks the spell, and actually she's like a missing princess. No, it's just ogre with a feather in her nose, and she takes it out and she's like, okay, well, you did it and good job.
She's just a lady who has depression and maybe a little bit of OCD.
Maybe that just distracted her from counting the rest of the feathers. I don't know.
Pretty clever.
The next morning, the ogress told him that his work for that day was to slay one of her great oxen, cook its heart, and make drinking cups of its horns. And she's like, but here's the trick. I have 50 oxen, and you have to guess which one I want killed. And if you guess wrong, I'm gonna fucking cut off your head. So how about that? And he's like, okay, thanks, I guess, for this opportunity. I won't let you down. But she says, if you do all of these things correctly, at the end of this, you can choose 3 things from my cave as a reward for your service.
And he's like, I'll take those empty water bottles that are on every single surface.
He takes out her trash because he has OCD.
All of those phone cords that are frayed and clearly broken, but you haven't thrown them out yet.
And they're all, like, wrapped in, like, a ball that is impossible to detangle.
Yeah. And also, I will take the pile of all of the extra socks that you lost the other one, but you won't get rid of them.
Yeah. I like it. And you know what? Just as a little tip, you can also give me all those false eyelashes that you keep taking off and losing in your pillows. Okay, as soon as she was out of sight...
Wait, what if it was, like, a romance? And what if he was like, okay, I'll take your troubles away and your breath away and your heart with me wherever I go.
And she's like, oh my God, are you going to kill me?
I have a boyfriend.
Actually, I'm seeing someone. As soon as she was out of sight the next day, he called out to Tritill and Litill. And the 2 old men heard what he had to say, and they immediately got to work. They drove the biggest ox the boy had ever seen, and Tritill killed it, and Litill cooked the heart, and then both of them began to turn the horns into drinking cups. And they worked happily, and they all kind of hung out, and they talked, and they told stories, and they made each other, like, laugh. And they just had, like, a really nice day doing all these tasks, which I think is kind of nice. Mm-hmm. And the young man was like, oh, by the way, I need your advice on something. The ogress told me that I could take 3 things from her house, but I genuinely... It's just so full of water bottles. I don't know. What should I choose? And they were like, okay, well, don't choose the water bottles. Those are hers, so leave those there. The old man advised he should choose the chest that stood at the foot of her bed, whatever lay on top of the bed, and whatever lay under the side of the cave. And he thanked them for their help and their great advice. And Tritill and Litill was like, okay, goodbye. And then as they were about to disappear, they turned around and they're like, hey, after you get your gifts, you have enough. Don't call us.
This isn't gonna happen, is it?
I just really feel like you should know.
Go ahead and lose my number.
We said to call once, and you've called us both a lot, so.
Yeah.
And Litill is like, also, you've called him one more time than me. Is it something I did? They had only just disappeared when the ogress came back, and she found everything just as she had ordered. Before she sat down to eat the bull's heart, she was like, you did not do all this alone, my friend. But nevertheless, I will keep my word. Tomorrow you shall go your way. And then they ate and they went to sleep. I like that she called him her friend. She likes him. When the sun rose, the ogress woke him up and was like, okay, well, all that was perfect and you're free to go. Choose any 3 things you want. And he was like, okay, I want the chest, whatever's on top of your bed, and whatever's under the side of the cave. And she says, you did not choose those things by yourself, my friend, but what I have promised I will do. The thing on top of the bed turned out to be the lost princess.
Oh, what?
Yeah, remember her?
No.
She's apparently been there the whole time.
On the bed?
I guess.
Just hanging out?
She was underneath the laundry.
Oh, God. Smothered.
Yeah, she's dead. She wasn't even his task. Like, he was like, oh, who is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely unrelated.
Yep. The chest was full of silver and gold and jewels, and the thing under the side of the cave was a great ship with oars and sails that could go on land as well as water. It was an all-terrain ship. It was like one of those duck boats.
Under the side of the cave?
Yeah, and he hadn't seen it. It was under the laundry as well. She told him, the ogress was like, you are the luckiest man that ever was born. And then she left to do her usual shenanigans, whatever she gets up to.
Is this his house now?
She's like, bye. Don't let the cave door hit you on the ass on the way out. With some difficulty, the young man carried the heavy chest to the ship, and the princess walked by his side and was just like, what a wild adventure. How did I get here? Why did she keep me? I didn't do anything in this story. He sailed her back home, and the king almost fainted with joy at seeing his precious daughter again. And when he had regained his wits, he had the 2 married at once. And no one ever thought about the brothers again. The end. This story is about him trying to find out what happened to his brothers. It has nothing to do with the princess at all, but it ends with him marrying the princess and not caring about what happened to his brothers.
Also,
yeah,
the boots were moot.
Well, you made the boots more important than they were in the text. The boots really were just for walking.
But, like, why say that then?
It was just a nice thing his parents did.
Seems weird.
Yeah, you would think that there would be a callback.
Yeah.
If this was a story about women, if this was a story where, and we've seen this.
They would have them boots.
Those boots would have been mentioned. No, if this was and we've seen the story before a lot, actually, with the robber bridegroom or the sweetheart in the wood or the Fitcher's bird, where 2 sisters go missing. They're kidnapped by a man who wants to marry them, and he, like, kills them. And then the youngest sister is taken as well, and she finds her sisters, she brings them back to life, and then they all escape together. That's always the trajectory of these stories. It's always the youngest daughter going, saving her sisters, bringing them back to life, and then not marrying at the end because she has a mission. Mm-hmm. This one, he's like, brothers who? He doesn't even think about a girl. The princess is so fucking thrown in at the end. You forget that she exists until they're like, oh, by the way, she's been there the whole time.
Also, she offers him 3 things from her cave.
What? Why? First of all,
why? But also, my oldest brother alive, my middle brother alive, and the princess.
I thought for sure he was going to say, like, okay, I want the bones of my brothers, the boots of my brothers.
Also, the sassy little belts of my brothers.
yeah, like something. But no, the brothers. And also, when he was cleaning up the floor, did he have to clean up their bones?
I assume so.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, this is so fucking weird.
He arranges them neatly in a pile in the corner.
I really, really do appreciate that Tritill and Litill make a point to be like, don't call us again. That's like a real thing that they make sure to say. Like, hey, we're not a part of your journey after this. We've done enough.
We're actually busy.
I also feel like the birds were just randomly thrown in.
Yeah, the birds did one thing.
They really didn't do much. They weren't a part of this. They don't even talk about the fact that they can talk.
Yeah.
They have like one big bird ambassador. And he doesn't even have, like, more than one line where he's just like, thank you.
There's a lot of loose ends in this story.
Yeah. What I did like about it was how I really thought that the first brother was going to, like, come back. And instead she just fucking bashed his head in. And then we never hear from him again. I thought that was funny, actually.
Pretty funny. Pretty good.
I like the Ogress. I thought that she would have a bigger role. But yeah.
I don't know. I guess
she
it's
was
kind
just
of a task.
I guess it's kind of a little bit of a letdown, and I'm sorry, but I
no.
liked it.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
I'm puzzled by the structure.
It's a puzzling structure. I didn't find a lot of information about this because it's not that famous to me, but it is a Hungarian story, and Andrew Lang put it in his book around 1903, and that's all she wrote.
Well,
I do think there's an Icelandic version of this, and I have a feeling an Icelandic version would be a little better structured, just based off of like other Icelandic stories that we've covered on this podcast. I bet it's a little bit more fleshed out, you know, and the tropes actually fit together.
Yeah.
But that's just my guess.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right.
Much to consider.
Much to consider. Do you want to take a little break?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Bye. Okay, Janey.
Okay, Max.
Janey, okay. I have a story for you today. It's called Tarbh na Leòid and the Water Horse.
Tarbh na Leòid. Okay.
It's from Epic Tales, Gods and Monsters, Myths and Tales from Flame Tree Publishing.
Good.
Yeah. It's a good book. It's a big one. It's got good on the outside, good on the inside too.
One of those foil print books, just very beautiful. And it was from our good friends, Lauren and Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah. This story originally appeared in Scottish Myths and Legends as retold by K.E. Sullivan.
Okay.
Right before we started recording, I looked at my notes and I went, ha! Oh.
Yeah, you made like a really excited noise.
And that's because there's a lot of pronunciation in this. So we're going to do our best.
Okay. If it's not perfect, I'm going to give you a little shock.
I'm used to it. All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have it.
I'm gonna do it to you. Okay. Near the Isle of Skye, Skye, which is in Scotland.
SCOTLAND.
Yeah. There is a loch, which you might know is a lake in Scots Gaelic. They call it a loch because it's in Scotland and they speak Scots Gaelic, but like a loch is a lake. It's the same thing. So there's a lake.
Do you remember the story you told about the loch in the lake and the ATM near the lake? Do you remember this?
No.
It was like the witches that went around. There's a story that we told that when you listen back, it sounds like you're giving me an impossible riddle. You're like,
I do remember this one.
The loch in the lake in the lake. It's just so many words. Every once in a while, I just remember that. It just pops into my head, and I'm like, what a wild story. And then you at one point tried to make a point about how you're like, saying like Loch Lake is like saying ATM machine, but I was still focused on the thing before, so I thought you were telling me that there was an ATM nearby. I was like, what is this?
When is this? So a loch is a lake is a loch. They're the same thing. We're in Scotland.
Got it.
There's a lake. A loch.
There's a loch.
Here on the Isle of Skye.
You're in
Scotland. Oh. And this lake/loch
Just say loch.
Enchanted.
We get it.
Well, you interrupted me and now I just start over.
Guys, the pronunciation hasn't started yet. Just so you know.
There is a loch on the Isle of Skye, which is in Scotland. It's a lake. And the loch/lake is enchanted.
Really quickly, what is a loch?
It's like a lake,
Oh, okay.
but in Scotland.
Oh, that was my next question.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lake is like a pond, but bigger. Just so you know.
Got it.
You got it?
And a pond is like a bigger puddle. Got it.
Yeah.
Get it.
All right, good. We're good. We're all good. So this loch is enchanted. And by enchanted, I mean it's got somebody in it. And that somebody is a water horse.
Oh, so that somebody is a water horse. Okay.
Water horses are creatures in... This is going really well.
Yes. Tell me more.
They're creatures in Gaelic mythology, Scotland and Ireland, also appear in some Scandinavian mythology.
Mm-hmm.
The water horse, as this kind of group of creatures is lumped together. The kelpie is an example of a water horse.
Yes, and the puka.
The puka, also an well, the puka is not a water horse.
Does he hang out near water?
No, he's a nightmare horse.
Well, most of my nightmares are water-based.
Yeah, me as well. But
Yeah.
Water-soluble nightmares. The kelpie, and there are a couple of other variants on this idea. The hippocampus in, or the hippocamp, not the hippocampus.
Also in the brain?
The hippocamp in like Greek and Roman mythology is also a water horse.
Okay.
So there are a couple of different variations on this. The water horse in this case is, in this area of Scotland, it is a creature that inhabits still water. They specifically make the distinction in this area of Scotland that a kelpie inhabits running water. So like lakes, or not lakes, the opposite of that, rivers and streams.
I don't think a river would be an opposite of a lake.
I don't know what to tell you.
I think a crater would be, a dry hill would be the opposite of a lake. Dune.
Ugh, na dune. A kelpie inhabits running water, so streams and rivers.
Faucets.
Water coolers. Washing machines. You get it.
So scary.
Whereas a water horse inhabits still water, specifically like in lochs and in the ocean, which isn't really still water, but whatever.
Bathtubs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fish bowls.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. Sinks, as long as there isn't sink water going into them.
Yeah. Puddles.
Puddles. So that's a distinction specific to this area of Scotland. It is not universal, but this is something to know. So this loch has a water horse. All of the village is terrified of the water horse in the loch near the village. Not really explained why. And I'll get into it a little bit later.
Well, like, they tend to fear kelpies a lot, and puka, they stay away from them. So, like, it seems like just water horse aren't chill.
Yeah. I'll get into it.
Okay.
But they're like, okay, so in order to defend ourselves from the potential attack by the water horse, there's this older man who like knows the ways of magic. And he's like, every family should have a bull. And they should keep the bull locked away.
When you say locked.
Mm-hmm. No, not like that.
Oh, okay.
You should keep the bull like closed away and all alone. And it shouldn't have any interaction with the outside world. So that... Yeah, I'm not riffing.
Fucking damsel that bowl.
Yeah, you got a damsel a bull.
Yeah.
And then if the water horse ever attacks, we can release the bulls and they'll be crazy from having been inside for their whole life.
Are you saying bowl or bull?
Bull, B-U-L-L.
Oh my God, this changes everything. I thought you were saying bowl, like B-O-W-L. I was like, hold on.
No, bulls. B-U-L-L-S.
It's sillier to have a whole room just for a bull, and it's sad to isolate a real animal.
Yeah. I was gonna say you're being a little bit flip about this.
I thought you were saying like kitchenware. I thought it was weird. I was like, okay, Scottish.
Kitchenware? You don't have to ask anymore. You know where it is.
It's
in the same room where you left it. No. So he tells them that each family should have a bull that should be kept away. And then if the water horse ever attacks them, they will release their cabin fever psycho bulls who have never seen the light of day, and they will defend them from the water horse. And everybody believes this man for some reason.
That's very sad. Man's like, I've been to Spain, so I know a thing or two about running with the bulls. I would be that one person in the village that's like, oh yeah, my bull has never left the cabinet. They'd be like, what are you talking about? A water horse comes to my door and I just start fucking throwing dishes at it. Ha! I know this is your one weakness.
Ramekins.
How about a little la crusette?
How about this, a little saucier?
It's not working. Try the Pyrex.
So each family has a bull that they raise in seclusion as a secret weapon in case the water horse ever comes and attacks the town.
Mm-hmm.
It's also known that the water horse will only attack you if you're alone. So the women always have to go out, they do their laundry, they wash the clothes in the loch. And so they learn that they have to go in pairs because the water horse won't attack you if you're in pairs, but if you're on your own, you're in danger.
So the water horse is a coward.
Maybe.
Interesting.
So for a very long time, the women only go in pairs. But after a very long time of the water horse not attacking, they're kind of like, you know, they kind of chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
And this woman, she's like, oh, I really have to do laundry today. I don't have any clean bras. And her friend's like, oh my God, me too. And she's like, okay, well, let's go together. And her friend is like, yeah, let's do it. And then she's like, give me like an hour. And then she's like, okay. And then in an hour, she's like, all right, are you ready to go? And she's like, yeah, just sorry. Can I have like another hour? And then it's like, by that point, it's like late. And she's like, okay, we need to go now if we're going to go. Yeah. And then her friend's like, actually, I don't really feel like doing it today. And she's like, okay, well, now my whole day's fucked. But
yeah,
great.
Rude.
That's not in the story, but that's just what I like to imagine happened. So she is like, all right, well, I don't have any fucking clean bras. Again, not in the story. So I'm just going to go and wash my clothes by myself.
Yeah.
So she goes out to the loch and she brings her laundry basket and she starts to wash her clothes in the lake. Sorry, a little bit of continuity here. It is midday.
Okay.
So she goes out and she does all of her washing and it's really nice. She's like kind of just like enjoying the quiet and everything. And it's a beautiful, beautiful day. Very sunny. It's like a spring day, but it's like warm, you know, so it's not like hot, but it's like cool and nice. With sunlight and everything like that. So she's just spending some time. She's washing her clothes. She's looking out the loch and everything. And it's just glittering in the sunlight. And she finishes up with her laundry and she like folds everything up. She probably doesn't fold it.
Yeah, it's wet.
Don't do that. She puts all of her laundry in her basket and she's just sitting there for a couple of minutes looking out at the lake and she's just sitting in the sunbeam and she's very comfortable and she sort of starts to doze off. And so she falls asleep on the bank of the loch in the sunlight. Yeah. She just kind of dozes for a little while. And then she wakes up a little while later and she opens her eyes and she sees that there is a man.
Oh.
There he is.
Uh-oh.
He's kind of like standing over her, and so it takes a second for her eyes to adjust. But she sees this man who has an incredibly kind face.
Oh, okay.
He has bright blue, clear, like dark blue eyes. And he has like golden hair that is just shining in the sunlight. He's very hot. And so she like opens her eyes and she's like, what? And he's like, you fell asleep. And she's like, yeah. And he's like, it's wonderful weather. I mean, it's a beautiful day. And she's like, yeah, it's a really beautiful day. And he's like, yeah. He's like, you must be tired after, gosh, did you wash all those clothes yourself? That is a lot of work. You deserve a nap.
Sir, stop talking to her. I don't like this.
No, he's fine. He's like, God, you know, you did a lot of work and you honestly deserve a nap. Like, just so you know, someone is seeing the work that you're doing and they appreciate it. And she's like, oh my God, literally none of the men in the village have ever said anything about like, oh, you must be tired from doing literally all of the chores all the time. And she's like, yeah, I mean, I am tired, actually. He's like, well, I'm pretty tired too.
Sir.
And he's like, I'm really sorry. I know that you're here on your own. Do you mind if I like hang out here next to like with you? Because I might maybe like hang out for a little bit, maybe take a nap. And she's like, yeah, that's fine. And she like scoots over a little bit and he like sits down next to her and they just kind of like hang out in the sunlight for a little while. And she's like very tense because she's like, there's a very handsome man next to me right now.
Yeah.
And she's like trying not to be weird about it, but she's super being weird about it. And he's like, just like sitting next to her and looking out at the lake. And he's like, this is weird. Please feel free to say no. But like, I'm really, really tired. Do you mind if I just like lay my head down on your lap for a little while?
No.
And she's like, she like blushes and she's like, okay. Here, so let me help you. Let me help you with this.
Me?
Yeah. Let me help you.
Max is reaching across the table. Like she's...
No. You have the wrong vibe from this story.
I do have the wrong vibe.
You have the wrong vibe.
Okay, so I'm
Picture Finnick.
Okay. If I didn't know who he was and he came up and was like, hey, no, you're doing such a good job. Like, I just wanted you to know that I see you. Like, I don't know. I don't trust anything this man is saying.
Okay, but picture a man has never been nice to you in your life.
I feel like I'd be even more, like, I don't know. I don't like him.
He's fine.
Okay. Well, we're all picturing Finnick O'Dare.
Yeah.
And that is much better.
Yes. And so he like lays his head down on her lap and she's like still very, very weird about it. But she kind of just like puts her hand on his head and like his breathing slows a little bit. And she's like, oh, he's asleep. And she starts like sort of brushing his hair with her fingers. And she's like, oh my God. Is it happening? Like, what's going on?
What is this?
And so she's kind of just like, what's happening? Like, I don't even, where did he come from? What's happening? You know, having a little panic attack to herself.
Yeah.
Brushing through his hair. And her fingers get tangled in his hair. And she sort of like pulls her fingers out and she sees that there's seaweed wrapped around her fingers. Mm-hmm. And she looks into his hair and she sees that there's sand in his hair and little bits of seaweed and algae.
So he's a fucking drifter, sleeping on the beach, no place to go. Fucking beat Nick.
Janey, you just aged 50 years.
Pull up your pants.
Long hair.
Long hair. Cut your hair.
Nail polish.
On a man. Not in my America. Or Scotland.
So she like realizes that she brushes her hands through his hair and she realizes that her hand comes away with seaweed on it. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, and immediately this whole thing shifts for her. And she like looks down at him. She sees that there's like more seaweed and sand and algae in his hair. And she like looks down the length of his body. And he is asleep and he has his like ankles crossed when as he's laying on his side. She looks down at his feet, which are like partially covered by long pants. But she didn't notice before, but she sees that his feet are actually hooves. Mm-hmm.
And you're still into him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen.
We are the portrait of, like, when you Google the word, like, excitement, it's Max's face. When you Google the word skepticism, it is my face. Like, we are the emoji faces of those two things.
No, I need you to get on board. Because I have notes.
Okay. Go.
Okay. So she looks down, she sees that instead of feet, he has hooves. And she's like, oh, this is the water horse. This is the water horse disguised as a human.
Okay.
And he's going to... Doesn't explain.
Uh-oh, he's gonna make out with me.
Yeah. So she immediately is like, okay, well, I've got to get out of here. She reaches over to her sewing basket or her laundry basket and she has a pair of sewing scissors for kind of darning the clothes as she's washing them. Yeah. She takes out the sewing scissors and she very, very carefully takes the piece of her skirt that he's laying on and she cuts a little hole around his head and then she like scoots out from under it and puts his head on the ground so that she's like free and he doesn't wake up. It's like that Japanese illustration of the woman cutting her kimono so that she doesn't wake up a cat.
Yeah.
It's exactly that.
It's one of my favorite pieces of art of all time.
Yes, agreed.
Very relatable.
So she cuts off part of her skirt to like so that she doesn't wake him up as she leaves.
Okay, when you're sleeping on a pillow, is it the pillow or the pillowcase that you notice under your head? Like he was sleeping on a surface. She was like, "Don't worry, the skirt is still there." And he's like, "Yeah, I was sleeping on your legs."
Listen. So she like backs away very, very slowly, very quietly.
I also like that now she just has this like skanky little hole in her thigh.
Whoa. A lot of moral judgments being made.
I don't know. That was not a moral judgment. I actually did like that.
I also really like it.
She starts a new fashion trend and it's just full hole over your vagina.
Oh my God. I was thinking like a high thigh slit. But you were thinking like
a hole.
A hole.
Yeah, she cuts a circle.
I don't I can't.
She's got this sandy
I can't
drifter.
work in this environment.
She's got this sandy drifter with horse feet. And she's cutting her clothes for him. Girl.
Janey, you're really ruining the vibe.
Okay. No, we love him. He's super sexy.
Oh my gosh.
He's a horse.
He's not a horse. He's a guy.
Fig, I'm sorry, but I can't get on board. Even Fig is mad at me right now.
No, I actually
He's a guy!
I just touched her with my foot and she got mad at me.
No, I'm gonna cut that part out. She's on his side.
So she backs away quietly, slowly. As she gets further away, she starts going faster and faster until she's sure that she's out of earshot, and she starts running towards the village.
Yeah.
And as she runs, she says, "Help! It's the water horse."
Really happy that you had to check your notes for that one.
Help!
Ah!
Ah!
Hey guys, what the hell?
There's some guy over there.
Yeah, he was. I didn't let him lay on my lap. Of course, he's a stranger. Who would do that?
That would be crazy.
Not me, Jessica.
Jessica.
Jessica's that bitch that's always judging her.
So as she's running towards the village, she hears behind her a sound of someone rushing towards her, and she hears the clatter of hooves against gravel.
Just the coconut sound from Monty Python.
Yeah, and a furious neighing that is coming towards her faster and faster.
Neighing coming from his human mouth.
I don't know.
Yes, no, that's what's happening.
Janey, stop ruining the vibe.
Not a horse girl.
I'm not either.
You could have fooled me. Okay, go.
I'm a handsome man who just wants to take a nap kind of girl. He just wants to take a nap. It's a nice day.
Wear shoes. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I never wear shoes.
We love him. And I think that's weird.
Janey, you wear shoes in your house.
I do.
On the couch.
I have special house slippers. I have 2 pairs special house
so
slippers.
Old.
I am constantly, my biggest fear just walking around, my everyday current, ever present fear is stubbing my toe. I'm never not shoed.
Much like a horse.
Oh, you know what? Maybe he is wearing shoes. I didn't even think about that. My apologies.
So she runs into the town. She hears neighing and cantering behind her. Mm-hmm. Galloping, even.
Oh my god. Prancing?
No, not prancing. Prancing is slower.
He's doing a little trot. Do you want to turn around now?
What's he doing?
He's doing his little horse dance routine. You know what they make them do?
Dressage.
Ooh.
I don't know where that came from.
Dressage if I do.
What? Dressage. You're drunk. So she hears this neighing behind her. She's running towards the town, screaming, "Help, it is the water horse." A man who lived in the village, his name is McLeod. Mm-hmm. He has the biggest captive bull of all.
I forgot about the bull that have been damseled. Okay.
Yeah. He has the biggest and strongest and most magnificent, deeply malnourished, has never been outside bull out of anyone in the village.
So sad. Instead of the running of the bulls, the damsel of the bulls is so sad.
The isolation of the bulls. The sequestering of the bulls.
The solitary confinement of the bulls.
The quarantine of the bulls.
Ooh.
And this big old bull that McLeod has is Tarbh nach Leòid, which means the McLeod's bull. Tarbh nach Leòid.
Not in my America.
This huge, muscular, terrifying bull, magnificent, furious, stir-crazy, hasn't seen the sun.
My God.
McLeod releases this bull, and immediately it runs past this woman, back down the path to where she hears the water horse gaining on her. And she falls to her knees on the road, exhausted, and all of the villagers run down the road towards the loch to follow this mighty battle that's happening. Because immediately, as soon as the bull encounters the water horse, there are the sounds of a mighty struggle. These two creatures are apparently opposites.
The opposite of a water horse is a bull that has never seen the sunset. A bull that has never seen the sunset.
Oh no!
True opposites.
Oh my god, the opposite of water horse is Ferdinand.
Ferdinand has seen many a sunset, and he's appreciated them. What if, when they release the bull, they're like, "Get him, boy!" and he immediately just goes and gores that woman to death? Her body just goes fucking flying through the air.
He sees the outside world and has a heart attack and dies.
Oh god. Looking at the great expanse of the Scottish sky is too much for his little bull heart.
No. Well, that was going to go back to
the end.
So this bull runs out after the water horse. They battle. It is a gory and fierce battle. And they battle for many minutes and even hours. And even hours. And then days.
Oh my god.
They continue to battle. The villagers, I guess, eventually get bored and leave.
Yeah, it's just part of their everyday now.
Yeah. Just the sounds of a mighty battle happening down the road. After many, many days, MacLeod's bull is able to push the water horse to the bank of the loch, and he pushes him in, and he follows him, and the water churns as their battle continues beneath the waves.
Okay, but one of them can't breathe underwater. I feel like now I know who's gonna win.
And neither of them are ever seen again.
What?
Yeah. Except that several years later, a horn floats to the surface of the loch. This is the horn of Tarbh na Leòid.
Okay.
And the villagers assume that this is to say that he is protecting them from the water horse forevermore.
No. That can't be. His body parts are starting to float up. He dead. He can't breathe underwater.
Meanwhile, the woman who had been fiercely slept upon by the water horse returns to town. The villagers, understanding her distress, escort her to her home, and she lays down in bed, and she never gets up again.
She dies?
I don't know. She never gets up again.
She's like, actually, no more laundry for me. This is my
If I move, I'll have to clean my clothes. Oh, she's the ogress. And the ogress is me.
I am the ogress. The ogress is me. This does, okay, I will, in your defense, this does have Howl's Moving Castle vibes of like a hot, unknown, mysterious,
go on,
misunderstood creature, you know, like showing up. Yeah. Like this does have those vibes. To me, the fucking hell no. Fucking hell no. I won't go. How dare you be here? I'm taking a nap. I don't want a man being like, I see the work you're doing. I'm like, oh, blah. No. The answer is no.
Well, fine.
He drowned that bull.
Let the record show.
He drowned that bull to death.
The bull attacked him.
That bull had a bad childhood.
Maybe the water horse did too.
I don't think so.
You don't know, though.
That water horse...
You didn't even try and get to know him.
No, and I don't want to. I think he's bad news bears.
Bad news horses.
Do you guys... Are you team water horse or are you team isolated bull?
Nobody's going to be team water horse because the whole time that I was trying to tell this story about a nice man who just wanted to take a nap, you were like, he's going to murder her.
I feel like a bunch of people are team water horse. I feel like I might be in the minority of this. Guys, are you team... Because it comes down to it. Are you team magical, misunderstood hot boy? Or are you team boys shouldn't talk to me? If I'm doing something, don't fucking interrupt me. I feel like there's a lot of people who are like, oh, that's actually a tough decision. I am both. And both are me.
like, I hear where you're coming from. I just can't agree. Because here are the facts of what happens in the story.
Tell me.
There's a woman passed out next to a lake.
Yeah.
A man is like, ooh, wonder if she's sleeping or dead.
No, he did not say that. He showed up and was like,
she was asleep.
You're taking a nap. Sure seems like you deserve it.
What? He's like, sleeping or dead. And then he like checks on, he like walks over and is like, checks. And she wakes up and is like, ah. And he's like, hi, lovely weather. And then she's like, yeah. And he's like, you must have been pretty tired. Probably for a good reason. Like the laundry that you're doing. Great job with that laundry. And she's like, tired. And he's like, okay, well.
Bye.
No.
And then he should leave.
But she's a woman and she's asleep on a lake.
Yeah, let her be asleep on a lake. She should be able to do that alone. And then he has the gall to be like, anyway, hey, this is crazy. Mind if I sit here? And then the second she's like, yeah, he's like, this is even crazier. Mind if I put my head on your body? No. This would have worked on me in my 20s, I will say.
I'm 29, so it's working.
That did work on me in my early 20s. Yeah. No more. I will not be tricked. Sir. Underwater.
I could be tricked a little bit.
Underwater murderer.
He's not.
So, really, because body parts of that bull sure did float to the surface.
He could have just gone back into the lake and then the bull followed him and drowned.
I think that guy had hamburgers for weeks. I think he managed to open his own McDonald's franchise under the lock.
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
All right, well, I have a bunch of other stuff to talk about, but I'm not on board your
McDouble. Yeah.
Awful.
Now imagine this story, but when she was running in saying like, no, the water horse, help! Everybody just started throwing bowls that had never seen the sun.
She's like, oh, isn't there even been guacamole in here?
They're like, sorry, mine had pretzels in it. Just pretzel sticks flying out onto the road.
I also, okay.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm right.
I think I'm right.
I don't think you're right.
But also,
okay.
A couple of things I want to get into here.
Okay. Tell me.
I'm so mad at you.
You tell you've never been so mad at me during a story. Guys, this might be the last episode of the podcast.
I'm going to do a spin-off podcast where I talk about how hot a horseman is.
Oh my God. A Max-led podcast called Sort of Hot Mystical Boys Who Want to Give You Compliments and Sit With You on a Beach.
They appreciate the chores that you're doing.
I am the asshole.
And Janey's like, actually, it's problematic.
Yeah, every episode you hear me going, this guy sucks. And Max, you hear her like throwing bowls at me. Off camera. Off mic.
So a couple things I want to get into with this.
Sure.
We talked last week before, another week, a different time, about the Vikings.
Yes.
And how a lot of areas that the Vikings invaded, they were like, oh, these dudes are evil because they were washing themselves.
Yeah, because they were clean.
Yeah, and women were into that.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, they're evil, though.
But we actually hate them, right, girls?
Right, girls? So in this story, it's important to me to note, this is entirely my own interpretation.
Yeah.
But you have a, like, blonde-haired man who comes from the water who
looks like a pony.
No, doesn't look like a pony.
Is
this the issue? He looks like a man. He doesn't look like a pony.
Yeah, no, I'm
this
not.
Whole time were you picturing a horse?
No, I'm not into any. Also, I'm sorry, but when did we start just trusting blonde men?
I'm not saying you should trust blonde men.
When did we just start giving blonde men a pass? Even Hal dyed his hair. That's all I'm saying.
I just don't know what to do with you. Go sit in timeout. You're ruining my fun. So there is this, like, blonde man who comes from the water, who is mysteriously dangerous and who seduces this woman. And then she runs back and is saved by a man whose last name is MacLeod.
Yeah, 100%.
In Scotland. And whose thing is a bull, which, like, come on.
Yeah.
It seems very on the nose to me. It seems like be careful of handsome men who you find, I guess.
Be careful of strangers, for sure. It's the idea of, like, you should be sticking with your own community, and if outsiders come in, then, like, it's actually bad.
It's bad, actually. And especially if they're like, wow, you're doing those tours so good and your hair's so pretty, then they're murderers.
Yeah. I do think that the bull specifically for, like, Scotland and Ireland, I told the story of, I forget his name now because it was hard to say, but that one, like, hero bull that killed everyone and went crazy, and then...
Like, Sonic.
It was Sonic. The bull. The original. No relation. But the idea of, like, a heroic, mythical bull that fights off invaders and fights off specifically magical invaders seems very much of, like, Ireland and Scotland and Wales, like, that area.
Yeah. I feel like it's important to say that all of those bulls are, like, the bulls in the story, the black bull and the white bull.
Yeah. Yes, that was what it was. The brown bull of Cooley.
The brown bull of Cooley, yes. Mm-hmm. Are stand-ins for, like, the people who are fighting these people. It's kind of like a marker of, like, this is all of us and we're doing it kind of thing. You know, they're like a stand-in for, like, they didn't want to be like, this one guy did it, or, like, you know, this group of guys who you never heard of again did it. So they were like, okay, we're going to attribute this to this. And the imagery is that it's, like, all of us, kind of. So I do think that it's kind of like it very much seems like a xenophobic. Is that the word I'm thinking?
It does seem xenophobic, but that we get that a lot. You know, that we see that also in a lot of the African tales we tell about, like, how, like, the daughter, the disobedient girl who married a skull.
Yes,
it's specifically xenophobia. You know, of, like, do not go outside of your community. Mm-hmm. But also it could be survival. I mean, look what happens when they do go outside of their community. You know.
100%.
So,
I'm not
like,
saying that it's unwarranted.
It's just, but we come into this quite a bit. I think you're right that this has to be a representation of Vikings. Mm-hmm. And trying really hard to specifically influence women. Yeah.
I do think also, to me, the story showed its whole ass when at the end she just wasn't a character anymore.
Yeah.
It wasn't about her being safe. It was about making a point about, like, you know what I mean?
I was surprised that she wasn't pregnant.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I was expecting and then she had a baby.
No.
And he was half horse.
Half horse.
She had a centaur.
A quarter horse.
Oh,
the quarter horse.
The quarter horse of MacLeod. Of McDonald's.
Okay.
The quarter pounder horse.
Awful. So bad. Okay, so I'm just going to go through a bunch of stuff really quickly.
I want somebody to make a mock-up of a McDonald's menu with all of our weird menu items. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So I have a bunch of other information that I researched because this is a very, very short story and I didn't anticipate that I was going to have to spend 60% of the time defending myself. So there's a bunch of other stuff that I'm going to get into.
I mean, okay.
So this is a water horse story. Like I said, water horses and kelpies are distinct in this area of Scotland. Mm-hmm. In other areas, though, they are used interchangeably.
Okay.
So there's some other kelpie stories that I was able to find. And it's really funny because there is not a lot of consistency as far as, like, what a kelpie is or what it does. Yeah. So I said I would come back to, like, they're like, oh, he's gonna do something.
What is it? We don't know.
Who's to say?
We're not gonna fucking hold your hand. Use your imagination.
Figure it out. But, like, the lore is really inconsistent.
Yeah.
So there are all of these different regional stories about, like, what kelpies are and what they do. Water horses.
Yeah.
There's one story. These ones are all from Scotland, I believe. There's one story. There's an old woman who comes to a house that has a bunch of young women in it. And she knocks on the door and it is like, please, it's, like, so cold and so dark and I have nowhere to stay. And the girls are like, okay, well, I guess you can come in. And they all sleep in one big bed. Girls.
We're girls. We're not going to have other beds.
What if we get lonely?
Cold.
Girls.
Girls.
And they're like, okay, you can come sleep in our big bed with us. And they like put her on the edge of the bed and she's like, I'm afraid of being on the edge of the bed. And they're like, okay. So they put her on the other edge of the bed that's like next to the wall.
Yeah.
So that, you know, she isn't going to fall out. And she's like, but I'm afraid of the crack between the bed and the wall. And they're like, okay. So they put her like right in the middle.
Yeah.
And then they all fall asleep. And then one of them wakes up and she has this feeling like someone's crawling across the bed.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
She's gotta go to the bathroom.
And she opens her eyes and this old woman is like crouched on top of one of her friends and is just eating her friend's arm.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's a friend.
And that's the end
up.
of the story.
Oh, God. Scary if she was like crunching on her face or something.
Yeah.
And also would make
but
more
like
sense.
nobody else was waking up. I don't know. It was very weird.
That's very scary.
And they were like, and that was a water horse.
How do
and
you
it's
know?
like, okay, but like
That was just an old woman.
a really fucked up old
That
woman.
sounds more like the ghouls from The Princess and the Ghouls.
Yes.
It doesn't sound at all like a water horse.
It doesn't sound even a little bit like a water horse.
It's not even like a horse thing to do. Not even remotely horse-like or water-based.
Well, humans are actually 70% water.
She had a straw in her arm, just slurping it up.
In the area of Braemar, there is a Kelpie who lives in an area that has a lot of farmland, and he has affairs with all of the wives in this farmland. And then he falls in love with the miller's wife, and like her husband is kind of a piece of shit deadbeat.
Is he a horse?
Sometimes.
Okay, but he's not always a horse?
No.
He's a man too? Okay,
Mhm,
that's
yeah.
important for the story. Keep going. Just imagining this horse going around having sex with all these women.
Why are you imagining that?
Because you said it. Also, when I think of Kelpie, I think of kelp. So he's just like a horse covered in kelp, fucking ladies. Fucking bitches getting money. And I needed that image out of my head. So thank you, now he's a man.
Yeah. Her husband's kind of a deadbeat, and he doesn't like work and like basically at all, and so she ends up having to do most of the milling.
Yeah.
For a period of time, and so the water horse like helps her and like, you know, brings her food and stuff like that so that she doesn't fucking starve.
Yeah.
And then one day he's like leaving her house and the miller comes back home and is like, are you a water horse? And he's like, what? And he's like, whether you are or you're not, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Oh, God.
And then he kills him.
Oh.
He throws a rock at him and it breaks his leg, which is an especially fucked up way to kill a water horse.
I was gonna say that is a horse thing.
That is pointed.
that is something that is a horse thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
So there's that story.
Okay, none of these are proving that they're water horses.
No. In Inverurie, there is a boy who drowns in a river and nobody's able to find
Here
his
we
body.
go. This is good water horse beginnings. He drowns. Keep going. I'm on board with this one.
Why are you on board with this one?
Because I can already
What about the handsome waterman?
I can already tell this one's going to be about a water horse.
Prepare for disappointment.
Oh, fuck. It's just a serial killer who likes drowning people.
So there's a boy who drowns in a river.
Okay.
Is not drowned, just drowns.
Yeah.
Bad
that
at swimming.
Sure. Kids are terrible.
Yeah. His body, they can't find his body. And then a really weird lady who lives in the village and everybody's like, she's crazy. She comes and she's like, I can find the body. And she takes a biscuit and she puts it in the river.
Oh.
And then she follows it until it like dunks down under the water.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that spot comes up from the bottom of the river, the body of the boy.
Oh. Trade. You want a cookie? Give us the body.
Yeah.
Habeas corpus, bitch.
And that one's really interesting because there are stories of people like finding a body that has been like caught in the eddies of a current by like floating something down the water.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then following it to where the person is. So it's like, this could be like just an embellishment of that story. But the idea is that there was a water spirit that was holding the boy's body captive.
Yeah.
And all it wanted was a cookie.
Classic Francis.
So that's Inverurie. In the west of Skye, there is a woman. She is a widow.
Mm-hmm.
She has a daughter, like an adult daughter, and her adult daughter becomes very, very sick, and she has a very long wasting sickness that is terminal and just is super drawn out.
Yeah.
And eventually her daughter dies.
Yeah.
And so she's left all alone in this very empty, very cold house that's not really close to anything. And she hasn't talked to anybody in years because she's been taking care of her daughter and everything. Huge bummer.
Yeah.
And one night it's like especially cold and she doesn't do much except like, you know, go through the motions and like mourn her daughter basically. And one night it is very, very cold and she is just crying over having lost her daughter. And she's like, what's even the point?
Yeah.
And then a man walks into her house.
Oh.
A very handsome man who she has never met before.
Stay out of her house.
Wait. Who she has never seen before walks into her house and sits down in the chair next to her in front of the fire.
Ever fucking hear of knocking?
And he takes a magic stick and he pokes the fire and the flames come back up and she's like warmed again.
Okay.
And he just sits quietly by her all night and keeps the fire up so that she doesn't get cold. And just hangs out with her silently. And then in the morning he leaves.
How is this a water horse story?
That's a great question. But it was just kind of like, he was like, oh, this woman's really sad. And he hung out with her. In the story, the stick is like a magic wand somehow. And he is saying, oh, little Pete, make a light in Gaelic.
And little Pete's like, okay. Little Pete starts putting batteries in the flashlight.
I thought you were saying putting batteries in the fire.
This will make it burn twice as big. I'm Little Pete. Yes, it is. Little Pete, and I'm on drugs.
No, little Pete, P-E-A-T. Pete that you burn for fire. And like that story is just like her being like, what's the point in being alive? And him being like, the point in being alive is that you're alive. Basically.
I don't know, maybe
it's a metaphor.
These don't have to be water horses. At least in your story, he has horse feet and kelp. That at least implies some sort of magical horse and water-based magic.
So in another variant of the story, the same story.
Can I tell you? Okay, so there's a woman and she's at the store and she goes to one of the vendors at this like market and they say, hey, I'm selling bread. And she's like, you are? And they're like, yes, here you go. And then they wink at her and they say, and this baguette is for free. And she's like, free bread. And then she goes home and she's like, whoa, that water horse was so nice. Water horse. This is just stories of people doing nice or terrifying things.
I know. This is what I'm saying about the lack of consistency.
And then on her way home, an old lady comes up and stabs her with a knife.
Oh, that water horse is bad.
The water horses giveth, and they taketh away. They're not even near water in half these stories. One lady comes up and she's like, I had $1 in my pocket and now it's not there.
Water horses!
No matter that she lives in the middle of the desert.
That's the last place they would expect you to look for them. There's another variant of the McCloud's Bowl story, which is identical, except that in that variant, instead of a horn floating to the surface, the bull's liver floats to the surface.
He's definitely dead.
He's definitely dead. But this introduces kind of a mythology that water horses will eat you, except for the liver, for some reason.
Wasn't the liver for a long time?
It's not the liver.
It's not delivery. It's a water horse. Wasn't the liver supposed to be like, they thought that all of your thoughts and stuff like that or your feelings came from the liver? I think that was like, they didn't know about the brain or something like that. And they were just like, the liver is the most important thing. Like, that's where everything comes from. Which is wild, because I feel like the brain is easier to find than a liver. The brain literally comes in its own container. You have to, like, fish for the liver.
In that lake.
In that loch.
More stories.
Okay.
In the year 1870, in real life, Bloch non Devrachen was dragged for
Don't come a-lockin' if the boat is a-frockin'.
Lochnan de Vraken, they dragged the lake with a huge net because they were convinced that there was a water horse in the lake. And they got most of the way finished, and then the net caught on something, and everyone was so scared that it was a water horse that they dropped the net and ran away. And that's a real event that happened.
Aww. They're just humans.
There's also a variant of the water horse that is the water bull, who is the same as the water horse, but a bull, and harmless and nice, actually. Aww. And you should just get to know him, maybe.
Are you saying this because you think that I'm going to judge him?
No. I think the water bull is stupid. He's harmless. The water bull doesn't live in the water.
Okay.
They live in tarns under hills. So sometimes the side of a hill will open up and a bull will come out.
No,
that's a water bull.
No, Max. No, that's just a fairy hill. Max, that's not a water bull.
And the way that you can tell that it's a water bull and not a regular bull is because their ears are like a little bit too small and have notches in them. And that's how you know. And also if you see them come out of a hill. And also sometimes they're very nice.
Imagine if there were all of our stories about mermaids were like, anyway, this lady was there and she was eating their face in their house. Mermaid. Oh my God. What? This is the most infuriating little cryptid. I think cryptids, fey creature. I don't know. They're so infuriating.
Hello, guys.
Feels like a whole culture just gave up.
Yeah, like, I don't know, water horse.
I don't know.
He lives in the water unless he doesn't. He's a horse unless he isn't.
He sometimes isn't either, and he's fine. I don't actually.
There actually is. The water horse can sometimes turn into a bird.
No. No.
I'm not even kidding. I am not making it up. They can turn into a water horse. Like a horse that's aquatic, or a regular horse.
Okay.
Or a human who has like horse features, or a bird. That's all the things that they can be.
They can be a breadcrumb. They can be a knife. Shape of knife, form of water. Water horse.
They can be a broken DVD of the movie Seven.
They can be a combination VCR and DVD player being hunted by Vin Diesel.
That's not the plot of that movie.
Through the desert. Water horse.
Ooh.
This feels like Mad Libs.
So, water horse, obviously, the Anglicization of word in Gaelic is really hot. The Gaelic term is actually, let's try our best. Ekushkia.
Mech Guffin.
Get out of here. And this thing, the water horse, one of there are a couple of named water horses that are like specific locations. One of them, Nessie.
Loch Ness.
Mm-hmm. Nessie in Loch Ness is, in some stories, a water horse.
Okay.
There's also the Morag, which is a Nessie, but in Loch Morar, different lake in Scotland. There's also Lizzie of Loch Lochy. Not kidding. Like Lakey.
Lake Lakey.
Champy, the sea monster of Lake Champlain.
Champlain?
Yeah, it's in New England. It's in like New York.
Okay.
Lake Champlain. They supposedly have a water monster named Champy.
Champy.
In Lake Champlain. Also, the Ogopogo. All potentially Ekushkias.
Okay.
There are differences between the Kelpie and the Hippocamp, and also the Nix and the Nixie. Sometimes the Nix or the Nixie can turn into a horse, and that's sometimes a Kelpie, and sometimes they're the same, and sometimes they're different.
I tell a story about a Nixie in the first bonus episode, I think.
Yeah.
Right? The Nixie of the Mill Pond. One of the bonus episodes.
I think it's the first one.
It's the first one, yeah.
Yeah, she's skateboarding by the way.
Guys, that's a really... all the bonus episodes are bangers, and you should listen to them. But yeah, if you want to know more about Nixie, you have to join the Patreon.
Yeah. They're also sometimes sea serpents. They're like, oh, sea serpents are kelpies and kelpies are sea serpents.
Lord.
Yep. In some stories, the kelpie presents itself as a very handsome, very tame, super nice horse. And then when you get on it, its skin gets really sticky and it runs into a lake and drowns you.
Yeah. Isn't that why people are scared of kelpie, right?
Yeah.
Why you shouldn't just like try to ride.
Jump on a horse.
Don't jump on it. Ask questions.
Ask questions. So sometimes they have this like adhesive skin property where you're like stuck to them like flypaper. Also in some stories, especially later stories, they're like, oh, we gotta make these guys scarier. Mm-hmm. So they make it so that the water horse like eats you.
Yeah.
Eats anyone. Eats people, men, women, everyone.
Is it scarier to you if it eats you versus if it just kills you for no reason? just to kill?
I have no opinion, I'll be honest.
I mean, I want them to at least have a purpose. If they just like a killing, you have no chance.
So in these stories, sometimes they're like, oh, they'll eat all of you, or they'll eat all of you but your liver. And one of the sources that I have linked in the notes for this episode specifically says it's like, and just because you're a lady doesn't mean you're safe. He might actually seduce you and you have sex and then he eats you.
Ah, I hate it when that happens.
I know, right? Like a reverse praying mantis.
I think a reverse praying mantis would be giving somebody an extra
praying
head.
Womantis. In Scandinavian lore, the equivalent of the kelpie is the bakahast, which literally translates to brook horse.
Okay, cute.
Pretty cute.
That is cute.
I like that. In the Mosquito tribe in Central America, they have a very similar figure known as the wehwin. And also in northern Scotland, like the Faroe Islands and stuff like that, they call them nuggles. And those ones are specifically all male and really friendly.
And
they're
those
just little
ones
guys.
Have no magic. They're just horses.
No, nuggles, N.
Yep.
Their nuggles are said to be like specifically just very sweet boys who want to hang out.
Oh.
But they're identical otherwise, so good luck.
Hopefully you have one of those.
Yeah, but there are also a bunch of stories where it's like, if you can catch a kelpie, if you can ride a kelpie, they are like the greatest steed that you can have. But the trick is that they can never see water, because if they see water, they'll go crazy and then they'll get sticky and eat you. So you have to, it's like you can have the best horse, provided that you never let it see water.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just some stuff about...
That is so fucking weird and fun. I liked that a lot. I had a lot of fun. Max will never forgive me. No. Max is sitting here thinking about how much she hates me right now.
I am.
Max,
I had a number of times that I had to justify myself that I completely got distracted from how I was going to say water horse in the voice every time from that fucking stupid movie.
What?
The Water Horse.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's wild. It's set in the 1930s in Scotland, and this boy finds an egg by the lake, and it turns out to be a water horse, and he raises it, but there's also army stuff.
Oh.
It's like Pan's Labyrinth, but in Scotland, and then at the end, it's Free Willy.
Oh.
Yeah, but they all have really bad Scottish accents in the movie, so they're always like, the water horse, the water horse, the water horse.
Okay, that was weirdly French.
That was French. Yeah. The accents are not good.
Well,
the water horse.
Neither are ours. Remember how I was like, good, this isn't going to be a 2-hour long episode.
Well, whose fault is that?
It's 1 hour and 52 minutes right now.
Next time!
Just agree with me and think they're hot.
Yes!
I will never think the man is hot, ever. And that's my promise to you guys. Suspicion, always. Okay, well, let us know how you thought of this. Am I being crazy?
If you think I'm being crazy, don't tell me. I don't care about your opinion. I don't want to know. I have my beliefs, you have yours, and that's between me and myself and you and yourself and none in between.
I think the Howl's Moving Castle people are gonna revolt.
Also, this is gonna get me in trouble.
Uh-oh.
I feel like having hooves instead of feet is like an acceptable amount of like non-human features.
Oh, yeah. We've had a lot of like the devil showing up and him being a super handsome man, but he has like goat hoofs, you know? I would say, like, where does that start? You know? Is it like belly button down? Then maybe not. Is it like knees down? Then yeah, sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Do I have to clip his big old toenail though?
Toenail?
Yeah, the hooves when you like do your little horse. What is it called?
Dance?
What is it? No. What is the guys that trim the horse?
Farriers.
Why
do I know all these horse words?
I don't know. That was definitely what I was thinking of. When they do the little ferrying, that's like cutting a big old toenail.
Mm-hmm. No, I know what it is. I just don't like to think about it as a big old toenail.
Well, that's so whenever they do it, it looks really violent, and people are like, "Oh my god!" Like they're like, really scraping out the inside of the foot. I love watching those videos, but
that would probably feel so good.
They constantly have to be like, "This is the same as like cutting your nails. Like there's no nerves in here. Like you have to do this, otherwise they will be in a lot of pain." Like all this stuff, and so. Do I have to do that for my little goat man?
I assume he's an adult and he can take care of his own hygiene.
I mean, you would hope so, but like, you ever date a man?
Several.
So like, that's not always the case. All right, guys, if you want...
No, I wasn't finished.
No, we're done.
Hooves is an acceptable amount of non-human features to have. Horns, also fine.
Yeah.
A tail, whatever.
Horns, fine. Tail, no thank you.
I don't mind a tail.
Horns, great. Feet, I can get over. I'm not going to be looking at your feet that much anyway.
Animal ears, whatever.
Yeah, cute. Okay, no, we're getting into furry territory. I say horns, yes. Hooves, if you're the devil, fine.
If you're nasty.
Hooves, if you're nasty. If you got a tail, fucking stay away from me. I don't need the drama, all right? I'm protecting my peace. Keep that tail away from me. What do you guys think? Does this make us sound like furries? Sound off in the chat.
I am very specifically and confidently not a furry. However...
She does want a bottom half horse with a tail and animal ears and horns. No. That's a furry.
No, that's also not. And also not what I said.
That's exactly what she said. Put it on
I forgot that that's exactly what I said verbatim earlier. My mistake.
I have one of those memories that can just say exactly what you said. A good one. Yep. All right.
Damn. Dunked on me.
Max, fantastic work.
Thank you. Fantastic work to you as well.
You don't mean it. You're mad.
Fantastic work on your story. Your reaction to my story needs work.
I will.
C-.
I will.
I don't want to see you in class next year, but I'm still not happy with you.
Oh, God. I have to go back to school on how to listen to stories objectively.
How to objectify stories.
How to objectify those stories. Won't do it. Too good. Okay. Great. If you enjoyed this and you are all caught up on the podcast and you're like, I need more episodes because I just want to hang out, do it. Join us on Discord. You won't. You can join the Discord and listen to all of our book club episodes and participate in any videos and stuff that we do that's a little bit extra, all on the $3 level. You become #Team Troll. And if you join us at the $7 level, which is the Story Babies tier, you get extra bonus episodes every month. And they're quite fun. We have a lot of fun doing them. And we're proud of them. So go listen.
Yeah.
And you can email us at sortofthestory@gmail.com. Rate and review us, please. 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. That would be great. And join us on our socials. Look at some pictures. And have a good fucking day.
Or else
a water horse will come to your home in the desert. He'll walk right up, just a regular guy, and he'll knock on your door, and he'll say, "Hi, I'm selling...
I'm very sleepy. Can I please take a nap?"
I'm very sleepy. Can I please take a nap? And you're going to be like, no. And he's going to be like, okay, bitch. And then he's going to leave. So, water horse. That's a classic water horse behavior.
Classic water horse behavior.
Yeah. You might also see him riding on the subway with you. Just like reading a book.
Later. Yeah.
Like water horse. Watch out for them water horses. They're everywhere. And nowhere. Okay. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Bye.
Max, I have been sharing this all week. I wrote a note of it. I went on a field trip with the first graders.
Yes.
It's kind of a surprise field trip that I wasn't originally supposed to go on. And then they were like, never mind, you have no classes. You have to go chaperone first graders. Which, fine. on the bus, there's this little boy named Hezekiah, who I adore. He has curly, curly hair, and he's just, sometimes he gets overwhelmed if it's too noisy, and then, like, just crocodile tears will start to, like, well up in his eyes, and you're like, no, Hezzy, no. And he's like, Hezzy. He's like, no, no, no. And so I usually have a pair of headphones ready for him, and then he's fine. So that's Hezekiah. On the bus, he was sitting in the seat in front of me, and all the first graders that are sitting around me are like, you know, talking my ear off. They want to tell me all sorts of fun facts and things about their families, all this stuff. And Hezekiah chimes up. He goes, Miss Wabadoo, Miss Wabadoo. And I was like, what, Hezekiah? And he goes, do you want to hear a joke? And I can't see him because he's in front of me. So I'm just hearing his voice. And I was like, yeah, Hezekiah, I want to hear a joke. And he's like, okay. And then he told me 3 jokes. Mm-hmm. The first joke. What did the peanut say to the bee?
Wait.
Okay,
wait.
go ahead.
Bee nut.
It's pretty good. Hezekiah's joke was, hey, get out of here, you bee!
Oh, pretty good.
And then I'm not joking, he laughed so hard he almost made himself throw up. To be like, whoa, breathe, Hezekiah. And he's like, get out of here, you bee! And so then I was like, great joke. Okay, let's like calm down a little because he got really intense. So I went back to talking to the first graders, and then I hear, Miss Wabadoo, do you want to hear another joke? I was like, all right, go ahead, Hezekiah, tell me another joke. And he said, what did the duck say to the bee?
Get out of here, you bee.
You bee, get out of here! And then just, I mean, the sort of laughter where you're not making any sound and you're just like slapping the chair next to you. I mean, tears in eyes. And so then it got quiet for a little bit, I guess while he was thinking of another joke. And he goes, okay, Miss Wabadoo, I have another joke. And I was like, all right, Hezekiah, but this has to be the last one.
Because you seem like you're going to die.
Yeah, not because I'm not immensely enjoying them, because you are
handling it poorly.
And so he said, what did the guy say to the other guy?
Get out of here, you bee.
Get on the bus, we have to get out of here!
Whoa.
And if you didn't understand that, it was get on the bus, we have to get out of here. Oh God, he laughed so hard. I thought he was in trouble. Like full asthma attack. Anyway, Hezekiah learned joke structure. He's doing great.
Did he?
He learned the what did the blank say to the blank?
Uh-huh.
And he learned that you're supposed to say something after that.
Uh-huh.
Joke.
That had the cadence of a joke.
I laughed.
I had this joke that one of my friend's little sisters told me. This was like 15 years ago. And I've always remembered this joke because it was so wild. Her little sister, my friend Maddie, who was like a year or 2 younger than me, had a little sister who's about the same age as my baby brother. And we were, Maddie and I were hanging out, and her little sister came up and she was like, I'm going to tell you guys a joke. And we were like, okay. And she was like, please. Why did the computer mouse run up the tree?
Oh.
And we were like, I don't know.
To get to the computer cheese.
No, because it was being chased by the computer cat. I was like, why is it a computer mouse? She was like, because it's a computer cat. And I was like, okay, but the computer doesn't chase the mouse.
Hey, Max, stop. You need to learn to get a sense of humor. You need to go to school for jokes.
How did it go up a tree? How did it do that?
I had...
Sarita, tell me.
Please tell me. I need to unlock the mysteries. I had a priest when I was growing up named Father Calasara. He was Filipino.
He walked into
a bar. And he crash landed on an island with a rabbi.
Oh.
Father Calasara was this Filipino priest who we loved, and we always had him over for dinner. And my family's Filipino, so it was just like right at home. He was a wildly eccentric little guy, and he called himself the fighting priest. And he's like, everybody calls me that. And we're like, I'm almost positive.
You're the only one who
the
calls
fighting
you
priest.
that.
And it was because his sermons would always be like, yeah, anyway, love God and all this stuff. And if somebody bothers you, punch him in the nose. We're like, no,
Oh.
Father Calasar, no. He'd be like, anyway. And then he would like just go on these wild tangents, would be like, and then I was at the car dealership, and he was like, I'm going to charge you too much. And then you know what I did? I punched him in the nose. And we're like, no, you didn't punch him in the nose. Like, stop. That was Father Calasar. But he had a thick Filipino accent. And and he loved telling jokes. But he had a thick Filipino accent, and his English wasn't perfect, but he insisted on telling jokes in English and then like crying laughing. And so one day he comes up, he goes, I wrote a book, here you go. And he plops down this giant fucking tome, like, and it's 1,001 jokes by the fighting priest or something. And we're like, that's so many jokes. And not a single one of them made any sense. It was a 1,001 jokes that have no punchline, and like the English is all off the. You're like, oh my god, what is shoe leather? You're biting the shoe leather. It's going across the road. Punch him in the nose. Like, it had like absolutely no cadence. I think about that joke book all the time. I really wish I had it.
I was thinking like those joke books where it's like 1,001 real fucking knee slappers. And I just feel like
I want art of us. I want fan art. Guys, here's what I'm ordering. Art of me and Max being all cozy in like a studio. We're both reading books and there are microphones and cats, and Max is reading a book to me that says 1,001 real fucking knee slappers.
And I would like a large fry. I always think about those jokes, and it's like they definitely start with the number of jokes, and then they're like, gotta write 1,001 jokes.
And it's always 1,001.
Yeah, for some reason.
Why?
Or like 101, or like 601.
It's
or
never like 200 jokes.
No, it's never 199 either.
No. Like 700 jokes is just as impressive as 1,001 jokes.
I mean, it's like 70% as impressive. Ish. But to, like, the fact that they have to work backwards from the number, I'm like, there's got to be some real stinkers in there. I'm an editor.
Yeah. Oh my God.
If you write a joke book of 1,001 jokes, as an editor, I'm going to tell you about 800 of them are going to be okay.
This is how I feel about fairy tale books, where it's like the 1,001 nights, where you're like, they can't all be good. Not all of those nights can be there. A lot of them have to be like repeating tropes.
Yeah. Like, this would be better if it was fewer. It would be better if it was fewer.
We are on 113 and we repeat story structures constantly.
Yeah.
There's no way that 1,001 is too many is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Don't expect 1,000 stories from this podcast.
Yeah. Like, your collection of jokes would be better if there were fewer of them and they were like better.
20 really well thought out jokes.
I feel like it should be like up to 1,000, somewhere between 500 and 1,000 jokes.
Don't count these.
I wrote as many as I thought were good. I got rid of the bad ones.
Yeah.
Here's how many you get.
Here you go. All the jokes I know.
Honestly, that's a joke book that I would buy.
Done. Give me them.